Okay, hi, I'm not going to look at the camera because that wouldn't be safe. I'm driving at the moment. But this is a sample video taken in 1080i, and I'm using the normal image stabilization. So it's a bumpy road, as you can see. We've got some camera movement and so on. And my daughter, who's doing the filming for me today, complaining by the way, all the time, that she's having to work for me. She's holding the camera, well, not very steady really. And you'll see how well the camera copes with this level of image stabilization. What I'm going to do in a moment is park up somewhere safe, change the settings, and then show you the active image stabilization. From testing earlier, that one is significantly better. Thanks, turn off now. So we're now on the active image stabilization. I'm just behind a truck going slowly, so we're not getting as much bumping as before. But you should see a difference in the stabilization of the image. I'll try and get past the truck in a moment. One other thing I've had to do with this, because there's so much bright light behind me, is set some exposure compensation. Now, at least the camera lets you do that. Some people don't want to mess about, they just want to point and shoot, and that's fine. But I do like to take some manual control of the settings myself, and I'm glad that the Sony HX9V allows me to do that. As it happens, with a light shirt and so on, if I hadn't made those changes, the image would have come out rather dark and I would have been effectively silhouetted. So what settings did I use? I think it was 1.7 of a stop, 1 2/3 of a stop, if you know what that means. It means I've just more than doubled the amount of light so that we get a reasonable, now there's the truck that was holding me up, so that we get a reasonable image size. Okay, that's a moving video sample, and we'll do some standard shots in a moment when we get into the city centre. Now you look after those new glasses, if it's alright with you. This is all at a weird angle now. I'm making a shadow. Let's see how close we can get to this thing. Little spider, Jenny, have you seen it? Little spider there. Can I zoom in? I think so. Oh wow, look at that. That is fantastic. The quality of that zoom. I hope it's not poisonous. Oh.
What were they thinking today, taking a picture of the paint pot?
Yeah. It's a spider. Just to show how small this is, where are we? I think I've scared it. How close can I get? I'm not sure with this. Not that close, obviously. And now it's scared, I think. So it's not moving. Okay. So we're just walking along. I've got the active image stabilization on. We're in deep shade here. You can see the colours anyway, and how well the stabilization is doing. That noise is somebody lawn mowing. Let's have a look at these flowers. See what the colours look like. So I've just zoomed in, and you can see the kind of image quality on the zoom. Again, handheld. We're in shade, there's a bee, oh it's gone. Oh, the bee was really next to me a moment ago, now it's gone, so where? Show me. Show me, where?
There was one there.
Oh, what a shame. Okay. And it's gone again. Sorry, action movies are not something I'm very good at. I've just stopped here because I can see a beautiful red flower in the background there, which, because it's on its own, it stands out. So I'm going to zoom in. I'll take a still shot actually, and then you can see how much of a zoom there is on this. The colours of these flowers are just beautiful, and I'm at extreme telephoto zoom here. Really what I wanted to see was how well the image stabilization works on something like this, and so far I would have to say it looks to be doing pretty good. I'll do some more close-ups of the other flowers in a moment, and you can see the natural colours. The red seems a little bit too vivid, but you know, you can always tweak colours after you've shot the video. So I'll zoom in on these flowers and you'll see how quickly the focus reacts. It's not instant, but honestly I think it's pretty good. So let me go to extreme zoom on these sort of pinkish flowers. I'll do it fairly fast. How's the focus holding? Gone out slightly, and it should be back now. Let's have a look at the yellow and see how quick it focuses. Not bad really, not bad. Now the macro facility on the Sony HX9V is extremely high. It's a very good quality image, as you can see, very sharp, and you can get in really close. I did this in artificial light, and if you look at the image on the right hand side, the right hand half is a little bit yellower. That's the natural image as it came directly out of the camera, with no settings changed, no processing, just straight from the camera. On the left hand side I've done a very little bit of cleanup in Photoshop. I've just basically tweaked the colours, and you can see it's a little bit cleaner and looks a more natural colour, but the image sharpness is identical in both cases. The next photo is just an extreme close-up. For this particular image I moved in as close as I could. I simply put the camera on the table and moved it closer and closer to the watch until I couldn't go any closer, and then I took the photo. So this is similar to what you would get if you were using a tripod. Handheld would be different, of course, in terms of sharpness at least. As you can see, the colour is still a bit yellow on this extreme close-up. I didn't change this. This is exactly as it comes from the camera. And all in all, I would have to say it's a great macro facility. Personally, I'm never likely to need to shoot this close to anything, although earlier today I did take some sample video, as you've seen, of a spider, which in that particular case did use the macro facility, but normally, to be honest, it's not something I would use because I tend to take pictures of people and so on, and the working distance isn't anything like as close as this. However, for those occasions when you need a macro, this is really brilliant. Well, we've got the sound of children enjoying themselves in the sunshine, and well, the cloud anyway, in the background, and this is just a quick wrap up with a reasonably neutral background to show what it's like in daylight. I'm in a little bit of harsh sun here, so you'll see what the contrast is like, but I hope the sample footage has been useful. Thanks for watching.